Is 10,000 steps a day really going to impact our health? Let's find out in this TED Ed video. It's a great art to saunter.
While most people avoid spending the night in jail, Jean Beliveau jumped at the opportunity.
He said, jail, sign me up.
For the past 3 years, Beliveau had been walking from country to country with the goal of circumnavigating the globe on foot. This required sleeping in tents, strangers' homes, and the occasional jail cell along the way.
Oh, I see. He was really looking for any place to call home.
But this morning, as Beliveau was ready to leave, the police chief, who had agreed to his sleeping arrangement, was nowhere to be found, and the guards weren't buying his story.
Oh, geez, to be inadvertently stuck in a jail cell sounds, I don't know, unsettling.
Few people have the time or desire to walk such extreme lengths. However, research shows that adding even a modest amount of walking to your daily routine can dramatically improve your health.
Our culture has gone from normally walking to sitting on the regular. Is this affecting us? I'm sure it is. Car culture has definitely replaced walking. Unless you walk at your job, you kind of have to go out of your way to walk. And no, I'm not talking about walking from your car to your desk. I'm talking about choosing to take a leisurely stroll.
So, what exactly happens to your body when you increase your daily step count? A single afternoon stroll can improve your mood and ease symptoms of anxiety and depression. Walking, especially at a brisk pace, is thought to trigger the release of pain-relieving endorphins and curb the release of the stress hormone cortisol.
Pain relief, cortisol reduction, regulating of emotions. What can walking not do?
Within weeks of adding more steps to your routine, your body adapts. While it may seem simple, walking requires the coordination and effort of many muscles in your legs, torso, and back. To keep up with the increase in energy demand, the vessels around these muscles are remodeled to deliver more oxygen. At the same time, your heart becomes more efficient at pumping blood. In a few months, these changes can lower your blood pressure and reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke.
Adaptation of your muscles from regular walking seems like a way of life. I remember me having specific jobs where I stand up all day, and when I got done, 8 hours, 10 hours, my feet would be burning, maybe for the first 1 or 2 weeks. But after that, I kind of got used to being on my feet all the time and I adapted to it. I'm sure it's the same with walking. Adaptation is the name of the game.
Carrying the weight of your body as you walk places stress on the bones. But this stress actually makes the bones stronger, as it stimulates the absorption of calcium and minerals. That's why years of consistent walking can help retain bone density, which usually declines with age.
Pressure makes diamonds. Lotus blooms from the mud. I think a little bit of stress, a little bit of chaos is inherent to life. Change comes from being uncomfortable, and walking at first when you haven't walked in a while is uncomfortable. Remember adaptation. Walking is uncomfortable at first, but not for long.
Building a lifelong walking habit comes with many other benefits, from aiding in weight management to reducing your risk for type 2 diabetes, numerous cancers, and dementia. Simply put, walking is exercise. And unlike other forms, it doesn't require equipment and is often more accessible to people of varying ages and fitness levels.
Geez, that's a great point. Just using your two legs, you can get a healthy workout. I really do believe that working out isn't just about expending a bunch of energy a couple times a week. It's about a daily practice, and walking is a great daily practice.
While activity trackers usually build 10,000 steps as the ideal benchmark, studies show that any increase in steps per day can yield health benefits. And these steps don't need to be taken continuously. For those who live in walkable neighborhoods, steps are easily accumulated throughout the day, walking to work, to pick up groceries, or to meet with friends. And living where shops and amenities are easy to get to on foot comes with its own set of perks. Residents in these communities are often less reliant on vehicles, which translates to improved air quality and reduced local greenhouse gas emissions.
This is a very important point. If we were less reliant on cars and had more walkable cities, our life would be drastically improved. The reason that we don't walk as much is because we don't have walkable cities. We have a car culture where you're driving to every single place that you go to. So, how can we foster walkable cities to make the incentive to walk much higher? Transportation is everywhere. There's cars, bikes, buses, but the original transportation is your own 2 feet.
And it can even change the way you see the world. One study of seniors in Hong Kong found that those living in more walkable neighborhoods reported feeling less loneliness and more life satisfaction than those living in less walkable neighborhoods.
Better social interaction, better quality of life. Why not just build more walkable cities?
So, why doesn't everyone just walk more? One big reason is that many people don't have access to safe, well-maintained places to stroll. Despite the known benefits of walking, many cities and towns have been designed with only driving in mind. State and local governments across the globe often prioritize funding for highways and roads over sidewalks and public parks.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
And even when walkable spaces exist, the routes to get to them aren't always pedestrian friendly. In the US, residential and commercial areas are typically zoned separately and often only connected by busy roadways.
Roads and cars connected us, but took away our connection to walking.
But there are ways to make places more foot friendly. In 2013, Vancouver city officials opened the Comox Helmken Greenway, taking a 2-kilometer road and converting it into a walkable and bikeable space. Studies found that after opening, people living close to the Greenway got more exercise, reduced their daily car trips by 23%, and cut their personal greenhouse gas emissions by 21%.
This study directly shows that walking improves quality of life. We just need to get cities, lawmakers, and urban planners to take these studies to heart and build more walkable cities.
And even small measures can help. In places like Bethel, Vermont, for example, community members have improved the walkability of their downtowns by adding simple features like painted crosswalks and curb extensions.
Multicolored walkways and curb extensions is a great first step to make your city more walkable. The tricky part is, it's not a me movement, it's a we movement. So will you help me make our local cities more walkable?
As for Beliveau, the guards eventually let him out. He'd walk over 75,000 kilometers in total to complete his journey. But it's clear you don't have to take quite this many steps to see an impact.
So walk a little, or walk a lot, or walk enough that you cultivate your own oasis. I'll see you in the next video.